Hey, it's nickelbawker here. Looks like there's a new website called spaceHey, and I just spent most of today creating this, modifying this CSS text file into this, what you see here. This is kind of what I prefer for a profile. I think it looks great. I'm going to try and go over some stuff and how to do that yourself. First of all, it's at this website here, this blog entry 1254 on spaceHey, and you just copy everything from root. I'll put a file in the description, but you copy everything from root all the way down to here, down to style, from style to style. Yeah, style right there, not root, sorry, style. And then what you do is you go in to you have to go to home to get off of your profile. That's the way I do it anyways. And then paste it into the about me. You can still talk up above it, like I got my text up above, but then and then this is the image that I have on my page right there. That's the image code. And then style, all the way to style, you paste it in there. I'm going to go over some stuff so you guys can figure out what's what. Let's see. I'm going to do the one with comments on it real quick. That was the wrong file there. No comments. This is the one I worked on, and then I removed all the comments, but I've done a little bit more to this afterward. So it's not going to be exactly like mine, but it's pretty close. But I'll upload. I'll probably just upload this one because you're not going to care about the changes that I made to it after that. Anyway, right here is your title color, and that's in this is a CS color code for CSS. That's why I highly recommend getting Notepad for this. And then you can name it .css, Notepad++, this program right here. And then if you name the extension .css, it'll color code everything, and it makes it a lot easier to edit. But yeah, these are the colors of the text up here. Right here, you want to upload a background to a website, whatever image host you use, but it has to be a direct link with like a .png or JPEG at the end. That's what I did there, and I want to show you one more thing on that. Here's my background image. What I did was I scaled down this 1080 image here until it fit within the page there. And oops, wrong side right here. So I scaled it. Imagine this is 1080p. It's actually 720. I scaled it down to about there, and then I cropped it down to 720p, and then I moved the image side to side until I got it exactly where I wanted it, and then I zoomed in real close and aligned it, within 1 pixel, or exactly on the pixel amount. And then that gets you a 720 image. The reason why you want a 720 image is so that people don't have to load like a huge freaking image file. A 720p image you can get down to like 200 kilobytes with pretty much full quality. And then what I did after that, because my page has red text, and red text is pretty hard to read, I come in here. There's several ways you can do this, but I just hit brightness contrast. And then I keep darkening it down. It's already darkened, and I won't ever be able to get that back on this image, but I can go to the original images and redo it if I want, because I already saved it. But if you make it darker, then like red text will be more readable. And that's what I was trying to do. So I darken that, then I hit export. And if you export that, do about 90%, yeah, I think that's percent, 90 quality. And that'll give you a really small file size. I uncheck everything except color profile, just for the hell of it. It just makes the image file more simple. Less data in it. It probably doesn't save you much space, but it might save you a little bit, like maybe a few bytes or a kilobyte. And that's that for the image. That'll give you a good background. You could probably go 1080p, but that's a whole lot more data. You're looking at a megabyte to like 900 kilobytes, which most people's internet can handle it, but you know, you don't want to be taxing people's internet just to load your profile. It'd be better just to get your point across, which a 200 kilobyte image gets your point across on something like a profile. Also kind of makes it more retro, kind of matches the rest of the site better. Okay, then 18 pixel, my name size, that'll change not just your name but some other stuff, because the guy that made this down below has some code that puts a lot of the headers at 18 pixels as well. 18 pixels is what I picked. The default was like 30. But with 18 pixels, you know, 30 might actually be better. I probably should test that. You guys could leave it at 30 if you want. 18 pixels kind of packs everything down, makes everything smaller. Not just the font, like the boxes and everything. So 30 pixel might actually be better. You might be able to fit more text on your site in a line. I had to kind of abbreviate a lot of my interests and stuff just to get it fit in there, but I'm going to leave it at 18 for me, I think. Then down here, transparency, this adjusts like those boxes that you saw. Let me bring that back up. I should have opened that on a new tab. So these boxes here that have the transparent black, that's where you'll see the transparency at. All of these little boxes, except for this one that says edit, that doesn't have any on it. And then curve, I removed that that was one of the changes I made. Mine's square. If you want curved, you're gonna want to go off of the original website file. This guy over here, he had a curved theme. I didn't want curved on mine. Hue, not sure what hue does, but I did notice that I haven't changed it yet. This image has a blue shadow underneath of it. With the hue at 0 degrees, I'm assuming this does nothing, but this might be able to change the color of the whole website, possibly. That's what hues usually do. It doesn't look like it's specific to anything. Simple BG, I put that at all zeros. That's black. I think it came that way. So if it, for whatever reason, the image doesn't load, it might be for smartphone. It'll be black, which goes good with the black red text. On these right here are some of the titles above this info here. You can change them to whatever you want, put whatever info you want in there. But these will be the sections on each section on your regular profile on the website. These are like where everything's located. You don't really need to mess with that too much. Right here is the color of the box. I did change mine I think, to 0. Maybe not. I may have not changed. I think it was colored. I changed it to 0. So RGB, right? So red, green, blue, and their values of 255, as it says up there. And then this is transparency. So that's for the boxes. So mine are, the variable transparency is up here. See, when you highlight that, it's up there. So that's 50% basically. Text shadows, I took them out on mine and moved them up there. But originally in that guy's file, they were down here. I thought it made it harder to read on with my red font and the new Courier font that I'm using. Yeah, I don't think there's... The padding might help you here if you mess around with it. I didn't mess with it, though. You might be able to make the input boxes bigger by adjusting that. I'm not sure which way. Yeah, I just talked about the image. Okay, this here, you're gonna definitely want this. This code here, I changed it a little bit. I think he had fixed up above. I put it down here. But I put background size cover. That's what scales this image to the full web browser. You're definitely gonna want that. It just looks, if you got like a detailed image and it's just not a pattern, you're definitely gonna want that. Basically like a computer background image. This is an important area right here. So, actually it's not too important, but I dropped mine down to 2 pixels. It was at 5, I think. The box blur, I don't think is working. Yeah, I don't think it's working. Unfortunately, it might be because of the transparency or something. I'm not really sure. There are, so if you go to W3 schools, you can find this backdrop filter code, and there's different parameters for the pixel right here. One of the others might work better. For whatever reason, that's not working for me right now. Table selection. Yeah, I don't think that. Padding bottom, you might be able to adjust some of the layout with that pixel amount right there. There's your profile picture shadow. Right there, 2 pixels by 2 pixels. Okay, friends. Yeah, I didn't mess with any of that. Oh, there's the blue right there. Okay, that blue underneath that embedded image that I put on there. That's right here. So I could either remove that, but probably what I would do is increase the pixel on one side to 2, and then I'd change that to black just to turn it into like a regular shadow. I think that would look better than the blue for my page. See-through, 80% opacity, navigation. Okay, this is something to do with either the stuff at the top of the page or the bottom. And then you got 80%, 80, transparency, transparency. And then you got red, green, blue, which is 0, 0, 0. spaceHey logo. I did change this. I went to this website here. And these values after... I think it's all of these values right here. It might be these as well. Actually, yeah, it's everything right there. I don't remember messing with invert though, but I might have. Anyway, with that, I was able to change the spaceHey logo to red up there. Table of interests. So there's red, green, blue for your interests over here. And then there's the transparency for that middle section. Ah. Middle section might be this up here. I didn't mess with it, and it's fully transparent. So that's red, green, blue. And then 0.3. I'll probably put that on 0.3 at least. See what that looks like. Yeah, W3 schools, CSS. There's all kinds of code that you can customize this with. 2 pixel. Yeah, so to get a border that looks like this, I hit 2 pixels. And then I changed it to red. I added the red code in. I changed that from 0 to 2. And then outline, I put none because outline looks kind of bad. People used to delete that back in the day as well. An outline will put something around the very edge of the screen. I mean, it's up to you, but I don't think a web page should have that. This makes the web page look a lot better. Back to the glory day of MySpace. Exceptions, I have no idea what that does. Mood, okay, I guess I can see what that does. It's just some elements within the page. You can adjust them if you want. And their placement too, looks like. Based on pixels. You could add more spacing in there using the same code here. Just by changing that. And you could add a border too to some of that if you wanted to. This is a little hack that the guy did to remove some of the weird default fonts at like the top and the bottom. It looks pretty good. Then the search bar customization. 50% alpha on that. And then red, green, blue is off. For transparent. Oh, there's something. So right here, this dotted, I want to remove that, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think that dotted, because I only have one dotted thing. Oh, I have a couple. But I'd like to remove the dotting from the search and these buttons. That would be cool. Just a little extra touch to it. Then here's a bunch of code gibberish in here. Oh, there's shadows on the links. I don't have any links because none of those sites jive up really. I guess I have an Instagram, but I was wanting to link different sites that they don't have on there. Let's see, what shadow is this? Don't know. Right here you can add a shadow to some header 4 text if you want to. Looks like. And then letter spacing -100, you could adjust the layout with that. Another text shadow. That's about it for that. All that's left to show you is here's the audio player code right here. I'll put it in the link description. Don't bother with that. That's just me trying to upload the MP3. If you can find a site where you can get your MP3 as a .mp3 at the end, then you can use this code to put a player where they just click play to play it, or there is this thing here. This doesn't play automatically either, but it'll keep playing more songs if you use this one after they click play, which is closer to the way MySpace used to be. MySpace, you used to be able to, and a lot of people put like autoplay on it, on their music players when you came into their page. It is kind of obnoxious, but anyway, you can come in here and play my song. I'll show that real quick. This was just a test song I threw up here. And then here's the image embed code. So it's just this right here. I don't even know if you have to have that gallery. You might be able to name that image or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I just left it because it doesn't matter. All I needed to do was display this image right here in my About Me section. And then I put alt fave games. It's good to have that because when it's loading in, if it doesn't load or something, they'll see that. And then you want to put the width and height. And then, yeah. And that's pretty much it. You can upload it to Imager, or if you know your own site, just go ahead and upload it wherever you want. And that's it. One more thing I forgot to add. The fonts at the beginning. So at the beginning of the very beginning of here is your font. And it might be kind of difficult because some of them might not be available. And I'm not even sure how well mine is working. But what I did was I picked a pretty basic font that I kind of like. Courier, New Courier. And I typed it in all right here 3 times as New Courier, and then I typed it as Courier at the end, just kind of mirroring what I saw in this CSS script before I edited it. But in order to get the website correct, you come into Google Fonts if you want a Google font, and see, I'm on a Roboto, but here's kind of what your URL is going to look like. So go in here and then so everything after equals is going to be your font name. So this one's really simple because it's one word, but the ones that are 2 words, you'll have to pay attention. It's usually a plus for this website. So hit that, copy that, paste it in the URL, and then go to it real quick to test it. Okay, so we are showing that there's fonts here, but there's a whole bunch of them. There was only 2 for mine, but I'm guessing it's gonna detect it and work since the website worked. So go ahead and copy that website. Try not to click this link. Go in here after the colon. Delete all that. Delete the whole website. Paste yours in there. Then you save it if you want, or upload it and put it on your. You could edit this directly on the website as well, but it's a little bit easier in a nice coding application. Anyway, that's it, everybody. We'll see y'all later.